Okay, here we go with bit of well, excuse me, probability. First of all, we're going to look at complement. The word complement effectively means opposite or not in some way. So we'll use the example of roll a six-sided dice. Now this symbol here represents the sample space which we discussed earlier, and so all the possible outcomes of rolling a six-sided die here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, if we say event A when we roll the dice is getting an odd number, then we can say the outcomes, the favourable outcomes of A are 1, 3 and 5. And here's where the new bit of information comes in. Not getting an odd number. We call that the complement A, or complement of A. And we represent it with an A with this little symbol here, which is called prime. Okay, so A prime or complement A or not getting A, okay, and the sample space obviously, or the outcomes rather, would be 2, 4 and 6. Pretty much any event has a complement. Okay, well, all events have complements unless the event is a certainty. Okay, now we're going to use complement sometimes down here as we further discuss things. Okay, so now we're looking at Venn diagrams, and presumably you've done a bit of this in year 7 and or 8. Okay, and we're going to use the example of 20 students. Of that 20, 5 of them do art altogether, and 9 do biology and 2 do both. Now if we call this section, we'll represent it with an A for art, and this circle is a B for biology. Okay, so far what we know is that 2 do both. Now that goes in this area here where the two circles intersect, okay? All right, now how many do we put in here? A lot of people think, okay, we put 5 in, 5 do art, but don't forget these two have already been counted. So there's only 5 in total. So the number here that do art but not biology must be 5 minus 2, which is 3. Okay, we've still got 5 students doing art, 3 and 2. Same with the biology now. 9 do biology, 2 do both, so there must be 9 minus 2 is 7. 7 doing biology but not art. Okay, and what about, does that account for all the students? If we just add them up this way, we would say there was 5 plus 9 plus 2 is 11, 16, okay? So it's not 20, but that would be incorrect anyway. We'd be double counting some of the students. Here we go here, look, okay? We've got 3 students doing art, 2 doing both, 7 doing biology only. Okay, now that's 12 altogether. How many students did we start off with? We started off with 20 students, okay? We've accounted for 12, so that leaves 8. 8 that don't do either art or biology, so we'll put those in this space here. Okay, so that's the main way to use Venn diagrams. You might need to keep coming back to that as well. Now let's use some symbolism with the complement, okay, and also with the idea of intersections or and. Okay, so we can also say that event A, art, and B, so art and biology equals 2 people. I'll put the numbers there so you can tell which one's which, but that's how we would symbolise art and biology. The event art with not doing biology. So which students are doing art and they're not doing biology? That's these ones here. So that's 3. Okay, over here, how would we represent these ones? Well, they're doing biology, but they are not doing art. Okay, so that is 7. And these 8 here, they are not doing art and they're not doing biology. So again, you might need to come back to looking at this or checking in before the exercise in the textbook to help you through some of the questions. Okay, so that equals 8. Now this information can also be represented in a two-way table. All right, here we have art and not art, and biology and not biology. Okay, just like we've got up here, we've got 4 sections up here, we've got 4 boxes here. Okay, so how many are doing art? And here we have to assume that it is, here, the ones here that have got to go here are doing art and biology. So who's doing art and biology? Okay, which number? And that is 2. Okay, how many students are not doing art but are doing biology? Okay, so that's not doing art and are doing biology. That's there that I'm just underlining there. Okay, scratching it around. I should change colours, shouldn't I? Okay, what about the students that are not doing biology but are doing art? Well, that's these ones here, 3. And not doing art, not doing biology, that's these ones here. Okay, and if we total these up, the students that are doing biology and art and doing biology, not art. So in other words, that's all the students that are doing biology, which if you look back up here is what we expected. Students here not doing biology, not doing art, totals 11. We don't have anything up there for that. Okay, here we do. If we've got students that are doing art and not biology, and biology, and students that are doing art, not biology there. So we've got the 2 and the 3 makes 5. So that's our total of our art students, which was right back up here. Okay. That leaves 15 that aren't doing art. And again, it doesn't matter which way you add them up. 9 plus 11 is 20. 5 plus 15 is 20. We get a total of 20 students. Okay, now I'm going to be asking you to do a number of questions from exercise 13.4. Questions 1, all, 2, all, and then 3 to 7. Okay, thank you.